Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to understand how we can install Wireshark and its uh, command line alternative, which is known as TShark, and how we can use those in order to uh, check how the packets are in the traffic, how the communication has happened. So all those kinds of packet dumps can be analyzed through these kinds of tools. And once we are done with this, then we will also try to install uh, Wazuh, which is one of the SIEM solutions, and we'll install it on this Ubuntu as a server. We'll take Ubuntu as a server, and we'll also install the agents of Wazuh in another Ubuntu machine or as well as in a Windows machine. So, firstly, if I want to install the Wireshark and TShark, then this is the command through which we can install Wireshark and TShark. I will uh, recommend that everyone should be using root as a user. So if you type the command su, which is su, so if you enter this, then through this you will be able to uh, get the root. If you don't know the root password, then in that case what you can do sudo su, and in that case it will ask you the password of your current user, so you can enter that and you can get the root user. Then you can type this command and install the Wireshark and TShark. Now if I start the Wireshark, then so this Wireshark is going to uh, it is going to record the traffic. So that needs a privileged user. So it is recommended to install the Wireshark and TShark in the as a root user, because otherwise you will be needing the sudo and all those configurations have to be performed in that case. Right now, in this UI, I am seeing all the interfaces which are related to my Linux operating system. So in this, what we are seeing is this. So I have used the command IPA. So it will list all the interfaces. So first interface is localhost, which is having the IP address of 127.0.0.1, which is loopback address. And the another interface is ENS33, which is having the IP address of this. If you have ifconfig command, then you can use the ifconfig command as well in order to find out your interfaces which are connected with your this machine. So interfaces, network interfaces, each and every network that your Ubuntu machine or any machine is connected to. So each and every network has their own interface. So through this interface, I'm able to communicate with respective network. So the same thing is mentioned here. ENS33 is my interface through which I am accessing my internet. So I want to listen on this. Otherwise, what you can do, there are multiple interfaces. So any means any kind of interface. If it is getting any kind of traffic, then that will be captured. Be it a Bluetooth, be it any other kind of network that your machine is connected to. Now selecting the ENS33 as as the network interface, we need to generate the traffic now. So we'll go to Firefox or any other browser. So what I'm doing is I'm using this as one of the websites, which is testphp.vulnerweb.com, which is from the Acunetics, and this is a vulnerable website uh, for for the learning purpose. And this is a vulnerable website where you can also try to understand and perform some kind of attacks, web attacks or something related to that. So this is there. Then what I will do, I will do google.com. I just need to create some traffic. I will go to browse artists. Then I'll open any artist. Okay, view artist, view picture of this artist. I'm just creating the traffic, and every each and every traffic is being captured here right now. Mm-hmm. And the Google is also loaded. Okay, these are the images. I will just save save an image, save it, And now what I will do, I will just stop this and see. We have just run this thing for around 30 seconds to 1 minute. So there are a lot of traffic. There is a lot of traffic that has been generated, and it's around 22,000 packets that have been recorded. So there are cases when your traffic file is having more than 200,000 packets. If you go to the industry, then you will be getting that kind of packet files as well. So in order to analyze that big packet file, you need some shortcuts, and those shortcuts are actually filtering commands. What we are doing is we are going to now use the display filters. Display filters, as the name suggests, it will filter and display out the filtered packets. Okay, so as we are seeing right now, there are multiple packets of different protocols. So this is the TCP, then there is SSDP protocol, then this is DNS protocol, then there is ICMP, which is ping, then there is IGMP, then LLMNR, which is for the local network. So all these different protocols are present, and I want to just filter it on the basis of protocols. Then what I will do, I will just write here. Let's suppose I want to filter it on the basis of HTTP. So I will just write HTTP. So it will list all the HTTP protocol related packets to me. So by the way, uh, here we are seeing in the Wireshark, we see different columns. So first one is the packet number, another one is the time when this packet was captured. Then there is a source IP address from where the packet originated, and then there is the destination IP, like for which the packet was has had to be delivered. And then there is the protocol, which can be any kind of protocol, then the length of the packet, and then finally the information. So in information you can see that there was the get request which was sent to the IP address this. So if I want to understand this packet, only this packet number 1293, then what this means is, at this IP address, which is 192.168.25.129, which is my IP, source IP, a packet uh, submitted, was created for the destination IP, which is 44.228.249.3, which is supposedly of uh, testphp.vulnerable.com. And this packet was having the protocol of HTTP, having the length of 496 bytes. I think it's bytes, or yeah, it's bytes, I think. Yeah. And the information is get request. So HTTP has many kinds of requests, such as get, post, put, delete, so options, all those kinds of requests. So out of that, we are using the get request, and get request for artist.php. So artist.php would be one of the pages of this testphp.vulnerable.com. So if I do this testphp.vulnerable.com artists.php, then yeah, this one is the page which was opened and the get request was sent. Okay, now if I want to filter the DNS based packets, then I just write here DNS, and it will filter it, filter all the packets on the basis of protocol and give me only the DNS related packets. Now, if I want to, let's suppose right now I just used like single source IP, and there can be multiple destinations. So Google can be there, GitHub, or any other kind of uh, servers which we can try to communicate. There may be different IP addresses, destination IP addresses, but in our case right now we have used only Acunetics based one of the web application, and another one was the Google. So if I want to filter the packet file on the basis of source IP address or destination IP address or any kind of address, so what we can do is IP dot, so ADDR. What is ADDR? Which is, it is address. So IP dot address. I want to filter the packets which is having the IP address of, so 192.168.25.2, which is my IP address. So anywhere in the packet file this IP address is seen, that packet will be filtered and will be showed to us. Okay, so any packet, if I randomly select any packet, so this you can see 192.168.25.129, but it is having the destination IP address as 192.168.25.2. Or here, if I see in this packet, it is 192.168.25.2, which is having the source IP address, and it is having the destination of 25.129. So anywhere this IP address is present, that packet will be listed to us. But now what we have to do is, if I want to see only the packets which is having the source IP address as 192.168.25.2, let's suppose we need to see that. So I will write IP.source 192.168.25.2. So all those packets which are having this as the source IP will get filtered and displayed here. So see, all the packets which are present here are having this same IP address. Or if I want this IP address in the destination, as a destination IP address, then I will just change SRC with DST, and see now the IP address on the source can be different, but IP address on the destination will be this IP address which I have listed in the filter display filter. This is the way how we actually perform various kinds of filtering. So you can also explore another filtering options. Not the IP, TCP dot ACK. Yeah, TCP dot ACK. So all those packets which are having acknowledgement, ACK is one of the uh, flags in the packet. So if you see the TCP related packets, then they have different flags, which is SYN, ACK, then there is push, then there is reset. These kinds of flags are present in the TCP related flags. So all those packets which are related to ACK, those kinds of packets will be filtered here. So here you can see again ACK is there. I see, or if you do equal to 1, yeah, this actually filters each and every thing which is having ACK flag enabled. And let's suppose I want fin, TCP dot flags dot fin is equals to 1. So all those packets which are having fin flag enabled, those packets will be filtered here. So this way, this is the way in which we can filter out various kinds of packets. You can also filter the packets on the basis of port number. So port TCP dot port is equals to uh, let's take 80. So 80 is related to HTTP request. So you can see all those packets which are related to port 80. So if I open any of the packets here, you will see. So I have opened one of the packets which is having OCSP protocol, which is related to certificates. So this protocol is also having a port number as 80. So this was a packet which was having the source port as 80. So that's why it is filtered here. So if I take this one right after this, then in this packet you can see that the destination port is 80. So that's why it was filtered. So in this way, each and every packet gets filtered, and Now, if we come to the concept that how we can try to like analyze the flow, then in that case, let's suppose uh, let's suppose if I just take any random packet, okay, and I want to see how this packet, how this whole communication flow was enabled, then I will just click, just have the right click on this, and I will go to the follow. In this I have two following streams, which is TCP and HTTP. So if I go to HTTP, then it will show me all the HTTP related data that was shared in the communication right from the first to the end of the packet. So this was the whole communication that was done in this manner. And if we see, then each and every packet that we are seeing right now, so you can see tcp.stream equal to 4. This command is automatically, this filter is automatically enabled as soon as we click on the follow the stream. So here for this packet, before getting this packet, all this communication was done. So how this actually started, as we know, each and every communication related to TCP starts from the three-way handshake, which is SYN, SYNAC, and ACK. So the same way the whole communication was established here. So the first the first packet was SYN, then another one is SYN and ACK, which was sent by the. So firstly, our uh, machine, it sent the SYN packet to this destination, which I suppose, like I think that it is of Akunetics. And then from the Akunetics to our machine, a SYN ACK was sent, which is the acknowledgement of a previous SYN packet, and another SYN flag is enabled. And then in response to this SYN flag, another acknowledgement is sent from this machine to the server. And then the whole communication starts. So these are the kind, like this is the way in which we try to filter out each and everything. Another thing is, so what happens is, in larger organizations in industry, this kind of packet filter is maintained as a kind of log, or if any kind of incidences happens, then in that case, such kind of packet files are analyzed uh, after that. So one of the things is, we can also try to see that what all files was transferred. So this is the way in which, like for example, there was an adversary attack and some data was like exfiltrated from the network. So this is the way in which we can try to understand that, okay, which what all files was impacted during the data exfiltration. I go to file, export objects, and for example HTTP. So you can see all these are the files which were transferred uh, between this communication. So yeah, so all these files were transferred, and you can see the size as well: 84 bytes, 83 bytes, 13 byte. This, so let's suppose this is the image file. I want to see that what was this file that got transferred. So I will just double click, or you can save it as well. There is option to save, but yeah, I can preview this. Yeah, so this was the file which we have seen on the web portal as well, and it is shown here as well. If I want to see another image, preview, so it constructs on the basis of packets, and then packets have each and every data, so it constructs the whole image from the packets, and then this image is shown to us. So this is the way in which we uh, perform everything through the Wireshark UI version. Now we have to see how the TShark works. To understand the TShark command, we can type TShark and press enter. Okay, so it will start automatically, but what we have to do is, we can type TShark, and we can try to see the manual page of TShark using man TShark command. So in this you can find out various options, and it has the whole like document about how to use TShark with various kinds of options and everything. uh, we'll be discussing a few of them, but other kinds of options you can explore. Apart from this, I think it also uses tshark -h. Yeah. So -h refers to help. So you can again get a brief understanding of how all those options work. So we will be using -i, which is for the interface. You need to, as we have seen in the Wireshark UI version, GUI version, it was like asking us to choose a interface, to choose an interface. So in the same way, we have to choose an interface with the TShark also. So this is the option to specify the interface, and then -f for the capture filter. And so capture filter, let me show you again one thing. If I go to the Wireshark, in the GUI version, the first thing that we see, this thing, this is the capture filter. The filter that we have seen inside that, when the traffic gets captured, that is known as the display filter. This is the capture filter in which we, for example, if we want to specify any particular protocol, we can TCP port 53. So if I want to uh, capture only those packets which are intended for port 53, only those packets will get captured in this. So in this, what I will do, I will just first select the interface, and then I will use the capture filter and go to port 80. So port 53 is both TCP as well as UTP, so that's not a problem. But 53, only the DNS queries will be, which is a rare case in my laptop right now. So if I go to port 80 and then I go for this website and I refresh this and I go here, so you can see only the port 80 based packets are shown here. So just to show the concept, I wanted to use this capture filter. But there are another ways as well in which you can use that capture filter. So now if we come back to TShark, TShark -d -d is to list all the interfaces that we have right now. So ENS33, as I told you earlier, then ANI is another one which listens on all the ports. Then Bluetooth monitor, NF log, all these are the interfaces that I can listen upon, uh, capture the packets from. So again, I will be using ENS33. What I will do, I will do TShark, TShark, yeah, TShark -i for the interface, and the interface is ENS33. And if I do -w, wait, TShark -h, right, yeah. So -w is for the like writing all those packets into a file. So yes, it was -w, TShark -i, ENS33. It's not a, it's like you can refer to the help command anytime. So you don't have to mug up the commands. -i this, -w, I want to save it to capture dot dot pcap ng. So pcap ng or pcap, both are the extensions for the Wireshark files, packet files. So I will just press enter. It will start capturing, and here if I reload this thing, reload both the things. And let's suppose if I go to browse categories just to increase the traffic, here you can see the traffic will be, so 69 packets have been captured till now. If I open this, 78, 80, so the number of packets will start keep on increasing. So now what I will do, I will just stop it here. Control C. You can try to explore other websites. You can try to increase the traffic filter, sorry, traffic for the files, PCAP files, in order to get more source IPs, destination IPs, port numbers. So you will get a good hands-on as well. So now if I do ls, so there are two capture. Okay, so another, there are two captures because capture. Okay, all right. So there is a mistake in the file name. So this one was taken by me earlier, and this one is the most recent one that has been captured right now. Let me remove the earlier one and let me rename this to the correct name so that you don't get confused. Cap capture pcap. Okay. And now if I do ls, we have capture.pcap. If I do cat capture.pcap, enter, it will be a gibberish text because again it's a pcap file, so it can only be read using the tshark or the wireshark tool. So if I do tshark and I want to read this uh, file, so what I can do is, again I will go and take the help of tshark help command. If I do grep and read, hyphen hyphen read filter hyphen hyphen read file. Okay, so hyphen 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 read file, yeah. So these things happen. I won't be removing this because you need to play with the options. Yeah. So hyphen r, lowercase r, you will be able to see all those captured packets. This is the way. So again, the packet number, the timestamp, the source IP, destination IP, protocol, size in bytes, and then the information in the same way that we have seen in the UI, GUI version of Wireshark. So that's why we did the Wireshark before, because the GUI version before, so that you can relate with the command line option. Now, what we'll do, we can again do the same type of filtering. So for example, if we do tshark hyphen r capture dot pcap, and then there is one hyphen, wait. So in order to do the filtering, we have another option which is tshark. We will take the help and it is hyphen, okay, hyphen t. We will take the help of hyphen t, and all these are the options for the hyphen t. So we are going to use hyphen t fields, and then another option is hyphen e, which is a field ID. So here you can see another option which is hyphen e, and this field is actually mapped with this field. Yeah, and for this hyphen e, so again this is the whole manual. So if you don't know, or you, since you don't have to mug up the command, so you have to just understand how to use the options. So in this it says that field to print if hyphen t fields selected, for example tcp.port. So in this way we can perform the filtering as well. So hyphen e, let's suppose if I do tcp or let's suppose what we do source IP, src.ip, or what if I do source IP is ip.src, not, yeah. So all these are the source IPs which are present inside the captured file. It is okay to break the commands grep -n, sorry, grep -n, and you can try to just see how many times this source IP has come. So it is grep -c, not -n. So it is 11 times this 192.168.25.2 was used as a source IP. So this is another one of the ways which you can do for filtering. If I want to do the similar thing for DST, so you can do like this. If I remove this grep command, so this is the way the whole output comes. And there is another way in which you can only find the unique ones, and uh, for that the hint is you can use the pipe symbol again, and there is another command which is known as unique. So you can try to find out the unique list out of the whole uh, list in which there are duplicated IP addresses. So this is the way in which we can use the tshark command, and everything that you perform through the GUI version of Wireshark, you can perform through the TShark command line alternative as well. The manual of TShark, which we can access using the man command, and then TShark. This is a good way to understand how the options work. Or what you can do is tshark-h in order to get the help, and then grep the uh, like string out of it. So if I wanted to, like I showed you, that if I wanted to read any file, so I can just write read, and all those options which is related to read activity can be seen there, and we can use those kinds of options. So this is the way in which we perform and use the Wireshark and TShark based filtering. Now what we can do is uh, we will use we will use Wazuh, and for that we have to install the Wazuh SIEM. So for this we have another command which is this. I will just copy and paste it here and enter. Okay, command curl not found. So if it is not found, then you can install apt install curl. It will take time. You can see the command has run successfully, and if I do ls-l, then okay, there is the command, and I want to, it is not installed yet, but we need to install it using the curl command. So curl, and this will fetch this file wazuh install.sh, and then it will change the permissions of that wazuh install.sh by adding the executable permission to it. It didn't work. Yeah, now it worked. So wazuh -a, starting wazuh installation, wazuh login -i. So I just used this, use -i ignore check to skip this check. it will start installing this Wazuh. All right, so now the installation process has been done, and there are three main components of Wazuh SIEM, which is indexer, manager, and third one is dashboard. So once you install it, it will take time. It will take a lot of time. It took around half an hour for me to install that, and I will be trimming that part. So uh, after installation, it will be showing you these two things, which is user name and password. It will be the one-time password. So now if I start this thing, we can directly go to uh, the local host, which is 127.0 local host 9200. This is hosted on 9200 port. Okay, HTTPS. Yeah, go to advanced and accept risk and continue. It's because we have not given the right certificate. We don't have right certificate, so that's why it is giving that kind of error. Otherwise, it is okay. Uh, Now copy this password. Control Shift C, Control V, Enter. So this is the whole, like, it is JSON based. We can we can also get the uh, dashboard. So yeah, this one is the indexer, and if I do HTTPS for the dashboard, we just have to write the local host. Localhost 9.0. Yeah, it is. This one is Wazuh cluster. So this one is the Wazuh indexer. This one is the Wazuh dashboard. It will take, yeah, mm, admin, and the password is same. It will ask to reset the password, I think. If it doesn't ask for the reset, then save the password so that you don't have to, or change the password once you log in. Mhm. So as I told that there are three components: Wazuh Manager, Wazuh Indexer, and Wazuh Dashboard. These three like, there are three services running parallelly, so that's why it is a bit time consuming for the first run, but it will go smoothly afterwards. Yeah, so this one is the dashboard, Wazuh dashboard. But before this, wait, let me change the password, or let me save the password. I don't want to remember that. Admin, password is same, save the password. Now what I will do, I will parallelly start another VM, which can be Windows 10. And another can be, okay, let's take Kali. Or what we can do, we can just clone the Ubuntu this You can create a new Ubuntu machine and then run that on parallel. What I will do for the timing, I will just use Kali. Let's see whether it is compatible with the kind of agent that we are using or not. But for the Windows and Ubuntu, we are going to install the Wazuh agent. Yeah, and if we go to, there is one, agents. So let's go for the Windows first, and then this is the PDN even server IP address. So this is our server's IP address, which we can take from here. This is the server. So I'm having a local network of VMs. One is Ubuntu server. This one is actually acting as the Wazuh server. Another one is Kali 23.4, which is in which we are going to install the Wazuh agent, and another one is Windows 10 VM, which is again one of the machines which is on the local VM network. So there also we are going to install the Wazuh agent. So here I'm going to give the. I will recommend instead of Kali, just use Ubuntu as another agent machine. Then we can leave this. Okay, this is the command. You can copy this, and if we go here, we can type in partial window. I think we need admin privileges here as well. Okay, so I need I need to transfer this. What I will do, I will just transfer these two commands to Windows because I think it doesn't support the tools right now. So I will just do that. Okay. And then again, so this is the command. I will just copy this and go to partial, paste it here. Copy, paste it here, enter. This is another command. Once it gets copied, installed, and then we will be pasting another command. What we can do in the meantime, we can go for the Kali. We can go for the Kali, and for that we have AMD. No, Debian AMD 64. Yeah, we have this as an architecture. Then again 192.168.25 dot 129. Then agent name, let's give Kali agent for Wazuh. Okay, and then this is a command. I will just copy. Kali has the tools, so it won't be an issue there. Okay, it is installed here. First, I will start the installation process here. I will go to terminal. So I have signed up as the root user. I will again copy this and paste it here. Alright, in the meantime, I will just copy another command, which is net start Wazuh SVC, which is Wazuh service, and I will paste it here. Net start Wazuh SVC. Coming back to Kali, here I need to run these. So I'll use and so again it is using sudo, so it needs to be run with the privileged user. So that's why I was initially working with root user. You can also use the normal user here, but you will have to use the sudo because it is again the privileged thing. Okay, creating the sim link. All right, it is done. I think it is done for the Windows as well. Now let's go to agents and see. Here we can see the two agents right now. Yeah. So first one is the Windows because we installed the Windows agent first, and then second one is the Kali. And if I open this, then there are various kinds of policies that I can have a look on. It will be giving some overall idea. We can go for various options here. There are various kinds of policies. So if I go to security events, I think it will take time, first of all, to analyze the whole system and all those things. Yeah, so there are few things that it has already analyzed, and see here the top five alerts, CIS, all these things, Microsoft Windows. So it has already analyzed, and since it is Windows 10, it is having some older versions of applications and software. So it might be those applications might be triggering some events and alerts. That is completely fine. It's again here for our own understanding. It's not a big deal. If we again go for the agents and see for the Kali, Then here also we can have a overall look: system auditing, SCA, integrity monitoring, MITRE and attack. MITRE and attack framework is for uh, like understanding the behavior. There are various tactics, techniques, and procedures present in the MITRE and attack framework. So it gives you a elaborative view of the system's security posture. There are various configurations files which we will which will be reconfiguring according to our needs in order to identify a few of the things in future. So yeah, so this was all that I wanted to show you, and this will be needed in our future lab things. So I will suggest that in order to do your future labs properly, you must be configuring your whole Wazuh uh, SIEM solution. So there will be one Ubuntu based server, there will be one Ubuntu based uh, machine, the agent machine. Right now I have used Kali, but you must be using the Ubuntu, and the third machine will be Windows agent machine. So there is a three machine uh, overall architecture that we are going to understand in future, how the things vary around in these kinds of setup. So we'll try to understand that. uh, I hope you got something new through this lecture. uh, I will be happy to answer any questions. So yeah, thanks a lot.